Welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered why some political leaders seem to have an unbreakable hold on their supporters, even when their actions are harmful or corrupt? Today I'm exploring the phenomenon of political narcissism and trauma bonds and how they're impacting South African politics. From the ANC to the EFF and MK party, I dive into the psychological dynamics at play and how they're affecting our democracy. Join me as I examine the toxic relationships between political leaders and their followers, and what it means for the future of our country. Watch until the end for a deeper understanding of the complex forces shaping our political landscape. Political narcissism is a psychological phenomenon characterized by an excessive need for admiration, attention, and power. In South Africa, this trend is evident across the political spectrum, with leaders prioritizing personal interests over the public's well-being. The ANC, once hailed as the champion of liberation, has seen its leadership embroiled in scandals and corruption, with some members prioritizing personal interests over the greater good. The EFF, known for its radical rhetoric and populist appeal, has also exhibited traits of political narcissism, with its leader Julius Malema often dominating headlines with controversial statements and actions. Meanwhile, the MK party, led by former President Jacob Zuma, has been accused of perpetuating a culture of patronage and corruption, further fueling the toxic political climate. But what drives supporters to stand by their leaders, even in the face of harmful behavior? The answer lies in trauma bonds, a psychological phenomenon where a person develops a strong emotional connection with someone who has caused them harm or abuse. In the context of South African politics, supporters may form trauma bonds with their leaders, characterized by emotional dependence, loyalty, and devotion. This trauma bond is fueled by shared experiences, charismatic leadership, manipulation, and a sense of belonging and identity. Supporters may rationalize harmful behavior, defend their leaders against criticism, and even engage in aggressive behavior towards those who oppose them. Dr. Norma Mbele, a political psychologist, notes that the trauma bond between political leaders and their supporters is eerily similar to toxic relationships between couples. In both cases, the victim becomes emotionally dependent on the abuser, rationalizes their behavior, and feels a strong sense of loyalty and devotion. In toxic relationships, the abuser often uses manipulation, gaslighting, and emotional blackmail to control the victim. Similarly, political leaders may use propaganda, misinformation, and emotional appeals to manipulate their supporters. The trauma bond is further reinforced by shared experiences such as political rallies and events, which create a sense of community and belonging. Breaking the trauma bond requires recognition of the harmful behavior, seeking out diverse perspectives, developing critical thinking and media literacy skills, and engaging in self-reflection and emotional awareness. It's a challenging process, but one that is crucial for the health of South Africa's democracy. By recognizing and addressing political narcissism and trauma bonds, South Africans can work towards a more informed, engaged, and just society for all. As the dust settles on South Africa's latest general elections, it's essential to reflect on the role of political narcissism and trauma bonds in shaping our political landscape. As we look ahead to the next electoral cycle, it's crucial that we as citizens and media practitioners take steps to break free from these toxic dynamics. We must prioritize critical thinking, media literacy, and diverse perspectives to avoid being manipulated by charismatic leaders and propaganda. By doing so, we can foster a healthier democracy where leaders are held accountable for their actions and the public interest is prioritized over personal ambition. Let us work together to create a political culture that values empathy, integrity, and the well-being of all citizens, and where the trauma bonds of political narcissism are a relic of the past. Thank you for watching. By understanding the psychological dynamics between political leaders and their supporters, we can work towards a brighter future for South Africa. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I have a few more stories to tell. I will catch you in the next one.